when my dad went trapping, I was the head of the family for getting stuff in that. Even hauling rabbits and different kinds of small animals to feed the family.
In the summertime, we used to go out working with my dad and my other sisters and brothers. We used to, brushing like that and picking roots, picking rocks.
In 2014, Alexander First Nation and Shell entered into discussions regarding the construction of a lease road on Alexander First Nation reserve lands near Fox Creek, northwest of Edmonton.
All throughout the whole process, we worked with individuals who all were very good at looking at ways that Shell can assist our community and economic opportunities and donations and contributions. And they had offered us much more than that from the very beginning.
The Alexander First Nation, the road project, was a great opportunity for Shell to put in place a piece of infrastructure that we need to actually support our development and at the same time provide those benefits to the community.
Just over 1.5 kilometers in length, the road will serve as both an economic development opportunity for Alexander First Nation while allowing Shell access to its lease sites.
Shell guaranteed that our people would be building the road and constructing the road, which is somewhat of a first because typically resource developers, they give the contracts to a prime contractor who's typically not First Nation, and then they work with the First Nation kind of on a subcontract basis. I think it's very important that we had that prime contract. I think the ability of our people is growing. We're diversified, we're educated, we're trained, we're acquiring assets.
It'll be a great place for employment for other community members, not just only us. I'm also creating an income for the reserve.
The project provided jobs to community members, but it also connects to education, innovation, and entrepreneurialism within the community.
At the end of the day, entrepreneurship is about resiliency and about moving forward and taking all the conflicts and opportunities to seeing how you can resolve it, because that's where we as a community can prosper. I always see the benefit of growth.
Our philosophy is to be transparent and to show our honesty of being involved with local communities. Sustainable development implies that we can deliver a development that provides quality of life for that community, provide growth opportunities for that community, and do this fairly.
We're always thinking in terms of generations, not quarters and profit margins and losses, right? We look at life, that's and having a good standard of life.
When I started school, I was at the end of the wagon trail. It was a caboose that we had to go to school in, and they built a fire in the caboose so we can be warm to get to school.
Can you see a bird? The bird can fly.
Of the several contributions Shell has made to the community, one has allowed Alexander First Nations to realize their goal of creating a Cree immersion program.
And that's contributed to our resource development in terms of the technology, and then the types of resources that we produce through the Cree Resource Program. And that aids in what we deliver to the students.
With Shell's contribution, there is money for us to build a daycare as well. To see something physical in the community that the members can say that was because of our partnership with Shell, that we're able to see more community development, not just in roads, but in buildings as well, and in the language.
It's not about the school in general, but it's about the nation. It's about protecting and preserving who we are as First Nation peoples.
I've been presented with a unique opportunity in being a First Nations woman and also working for Shell. I think that spending time in the community without an agenda is important. Attending treaty days for the sake of attending treaty days and getting to know community members. Coming in to visit students who are experiencing the Cree language program. These are all engagements that we do outside of our regulatory consultation. And to me, these are the engagements that set the foundation for our relationship and hopefully lead to the creation of a positive legacy.
This road is a new way of doing business, a new way of social order in our community, and being able to operate in a socioeconomic environment that's conducive and that we can integrate our cultural traditions and cultural understandings and the way of living to be able to succeed and to be able to walk in two worlds.
It is more than just a road to success. It has become a pathway created through collaboration with a greater purpose.
They can take the younger generation out there, like bring the skillful people with the culture and have camps out there and educate the younger people with the knowledge that we're supposed to have here. We're losing it, eh? The elders here, I think those are the last ones.
I think having a relationship with somebody like Shell could actually be a good thing, and I think it doesn't have to end at the road. I think it's the beginning. It's the beginning of things, and I think it should continue. Not only at the road, but I think it needs to continue with our community.
We're all in our places with right